Joining us today is Dr. Murphy, Superintendent of the Hauppauge School District. We are here today to talk about the exciting work that is taking place at Hauppauge High School. Dr. Murphy, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a real joy to be back here. I was here, I think, about 5 years ago, so it's nice to be back at the high school with you guys.
So to start, can you give us an update on where the outdoor field and athletic facility projects currently stand?
Sure. So it's so exciting. Obviously, every time you drive by, you see something new that's underway at the high school in particular. The fields are currently being completed, so in the spring they should be ready for both baseball and softball. You see, obviously, the work with the tennis courts and with pickleball. I actually got to play a little pickleball on those courts, and I would just like to maybe focus on that for a second. If you drive by and you see the courts, you also see some attention to detail. So everything from benches to garbage pails, they're all themed around our imagery and our colors, and that's on purpose. We want students like you, Crystalline, and the rest of your classmates to feel like you're almost on a mini college campus. So we're doing that, and obviously we are appreciative of everybody's patience. So with the field work happening at baseball and softball, you're also seeing the scoreboards. So all of those are brand new and state of the art. And then over at the football stadium at the field there, that's a real jumbotron. So that's going to be able to not just show the score of the games, but there'll be pictures and video. So we're really excited about that. Down the road from there, we will have a new grandstand. The concession stands that kind of everybody's used to seeing, totally going to be replaced, and that will happen in another year. And again, the whole goal is to kind of bring it all together. The bleachers, the grandstand, new press box, new sound system on the turf field. So just a lot of moving parts, but so exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm a softball player, so I'm super excited to have that new field this season.
Yeah, and I'll just say, we even have to make adjustments on the fly. So there was going to be one, the softball field had an existing scoreboard, but we were aware that if we had a different scoreboard from the rest of the scoreboards, it may just not be as uniform as we want. So even that is being replaced.
Right.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you playing there on the new field.
Yep, so excited. As we get closer to the finish line, what work still needs to be done before the fields are officially ready for use?
So, I was just talking to the construction manager. His name is George Lehman. The truth is the weather impacts things a bit. So it's interesting what you learn going through a project like this. With the snow, there was even like runoff onto the tennis courts that led to like dirt and debris. So we're learning about the things you need to do along the way to maintain them. But even with the weather, he's assured me that we're on track for early March availability for those fields. There's things like irrigation and other things that are kind of boring topics, but so important, so that when the fields, and you've played on them for years, but after a particular rainfall in the past, there would be puddles and little like dirt cavities. All of that should be resolved with the work that's happening. So we should be good to go for the spring, and then even next year we should be good to go for football season. We're at the mercy sometimes of when things are delivered. So the new bleachers for the home field, the home team, it's actually going to have storage underneath. So even the bleachers are kind of state of the art. Assuming there's no delays, we're like the timeline has been pretty good along the way. So we're optimistic, but I always get afraid to kind of say it that we're going to be on time, because you never know what you deal with. But so far we look pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully the snow doesn't stop it too much. But
yeah, well, it was supposed to snow this weekend, and as much as everybody loves a snow day, I was like not wanting more snow because I'm aware of this bigger conversation,
Right.
and I want to keep us on track.
Right. When do you expect the fields to be fully completed and open for teams and school activities?
Yeah, I mean, we're on track. So let me separate this out a little bit. So the main fields that you and I are talking about should all be good to go for the spring. Down the road a bit, like where the teachers' parking lot, south of there, there's practice fields and other fields there that are also going to be part of the rehabilitation. Those are not going to be done yet. We're prioritizing, and there's even a deck hockey rink on the horizon. So all of that is kind of in motion, but in terms of priorities, Mr. Butler helped us figure out how to sequence the projects to align as best we can to the different sports seasons. So again, I think we're in a good place. There could be little things that need to be done, but I am hoping and believe that our students, yourself included, will be on those fields in the spring.
That sounds awesome. Great. And you've seen the construction progress firsthand. What has the reaction been like from students, athletes, and coaches as they watch this all come together?
Yeah, so I'll even add to that list the community, parents and community members. I think there's this tremendous buzz and excitement right now. Even when you look across the road to the middle school, seeing the handball courts with the logos, it's again tapping into what I said earlier, which is trying to create this mini college campus type atmosphere. I think a lot of our excitement is derived from students. Like, all of you show up to Kicks for Cancer and to Homecoming, and you really drive that energy. And so in many ways, I think the community voted for this bond in response to students who kind of messaged, if you build this, you're going to see just even more excitement around our colors, around the Eagles, around everything that's Hop Hog. So it's been tremendous. I think, if anything, I just applaud the patience, because it's hard. You kind of see it coming together, but it's not without disruption, as you guys know. So you're walking differently to get to the building. Some fields are off limits for a while, but all of that has been met, I think, with grace and patience by everybody. So I'm so appreciative of that.
Yes, it'll definitely bring the community together, no doubt. Are there any specific features of the new fields or facilities that you're especially excited for students to experience?
Yeah, so I would say I'm definitely interested to see what the Jumbotron is going to produce for us. It's literally like a state-of-the-art computer, and with high definition. So it opens up all these possibilities that we didn't have during games to play highlight reels and messages and such. So that's part of I would say that whole football field experience that when it's done, I'm excited to think about. And that's not necessarily my area of expertise. I'm not someone who could look at a space and reimagine it. That's why we have experts to do all that. But like, when I think of visiting a college campus and seeing a football game, I see that possibility for Hop Hog, where we have new bleachers, we have new press box, we have new concession area, and we're building everything in between. So there'll be bathrooms out there, there will be walkways that everybody knows there's like dirt and rocks and things we walk over now. So when all that comes together, archway entrance, that will kind of announce your arrival. I think it taps into that energy that this district has, this community has. So I just am excited for that kind of first Friday night football game when everything is done and the whole school community is together. I just think we're going to be rocking in that stadium. I can't wait.
Definitely. And how do you think these upgraded athletic facilities will impact school spirit and pride here at Hop Hog High School?
Yeah, so I mean, I was at Pep Rally, and you all have that school spirit already. Again, I give all of you so much credit. The student body here continually shows up, and in some ways, I just think that the Board of Ed and the community responded to your excitement. So I just know that the more that we invest in the experience for kids, the more that you validate for us that we're making the right decisions. So just, when I think about the Eagle gear that I'm seeing everywhere and all of the little touches that I talked about that has gone into the bond, I think students will, when they step foot, whether it's on the softball field or the baseball field, on the track, on the football field, in the bleachers, there's going to be just this excitement and energy that will carry us through for a long time to come. I mean, last thing I'll say is I said to some students recently, because I was there for the ribbon cutting at the middle school, I said, this is like a once in 50 years experience, to see the kids, in this case at the middle school, run out to the courts to play for the first time. I'll never forget it for the rest of my career or life. It's one of those every 50-year moments. So, yeah, this community is primed and ready. I think the excitement's everywhere. It's awesome to see.
That makes me feel so great as a student, just knowing that you guys go based off of our spirit and our pride.
You guys are the best, and that's obvious to us all. Like, again, back to Pep Rally, it was unbelievable, and obviously it's great for Mr. Whitehorse to continue to make these events happen, but they're happening because of all of you. So it's great to see.
Great. And once completed, how will these fields be used by the broader Hauppauge community outside of the school?
Yeah, so for the movie buffs in the audience here, the movie Field of Dreams, If You Build It, They Will Come, is the whispered voice in the fields there. So we have a facilities usage board policy and a form that people fill out. So our facilities are used often. I think, again, when you build something that's exciting and done the right way, it's going to bring even more community members out to play tennis or to play pickleball or to go for a walk or any other of the various opportunities in front of us. So I think that our community, again, responds to what I think is this high school. The high school is kind of like the hub of the community. So I do think that we'll see increased usage over time, and we'll manage it, the way we always do, but I think with a bit more visitors, which is not a bad problem to have.
Yeah, absolutely. And as the project wraps up, what would you like to say to the community for supporting the bond and making these improvements possible?
I mean, this community, so the bond subcommittee was made up of about 70 or so community members, including teachers, administrators. We had a student, Jack Ryan Sullivan, was on that committee. And in fact, Jack deserves credit for that Jumbotron. That was really his marketing to get us to upgrade that. But the entire subcommittee, I think, was such a great representative group of the entire community. And then when we made the decision, the board, to put that bond out for vote, it passed, I think it was at an 80% clip.
Wow.
Maybe between 70 and 80%. That's like unheard of. So I'm so appreciative of this community for coming out and supporting our district, our kids, and I see that time and time again. So what I want to say is to the community is thank you so much for always showing up for our kids. It does not go unnoticed.
And thank you, Dr. Murphy, for the update and for sharing in the excitement as the project nears completion. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us today, and we hope you can come back soon.
Thank you so much, Crystal, and it was really a pleasure to be here again.
Now back to Matt and Nick.